Hey guys, it's Chris of the Bets team, and it's been a really great start to 2026. We're just going to give you a quick overview of what we're seeing in the market right now to kick off the new year here. Real quick, buyer preferences are really shaping the market with homes that are more move-in ready doing well. We're starting to see some downward pressure on some inventory that have been sitting. Maybe needing some projects. I'd say buyers are being more critical of homes that do need projects, so having stuff really dialed in when we go to list has been very important. Overall, most of the market is moving right around 4 months of inventory, so we're sitting pretty good there. It's shifting towards a more balanced market. Still technically is a seller's market, but with coming out of that lull from COVID the last 4 or 5 years where things were moving very quickly, it definitely feels more like a buyer's market. We're starting to see sellers maybe ease up on price a little bit because of that, a little bit quicker. So it does feel a little bit more like a buyer's market right now. I do expect that to probably go away a little bit. We're actually sitting with more pre-approved buyers in our portfolio than we were in 2024, 2025 heading into the spring selling season. So I'm expecting it to be a pretty competitive spring market here with limited inventory in many of the markets still, and more pre-approved buyers appearing to be in the market. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that shapes out March, April here if we start seeing things pick up. So check back in for the next update on that. With that said, I do feel like now is a really good time to buy if you see something that's worth buying, matches up with your search. We're getting some good deals for buyers right now because sellers are coming out of that winter lull, and they're wanting to get their properties moved. So we've been able to get some negotiations done, and the buyer pool is coming but not here yet, so we've been able to do some negotiations. But we even had a multiple offer situation twice in the last week. So there's some things going on that are picking up, so it depends on the price point. We really need some like $500,000 homes to hit the Ames market. The Grimes market could really benefit from some more homes in that price range, and then a lot of our first-time home buyer markets too could really stand to have more inventory in that like $150,000 to $250,000 price point. There's been a very competitive market for those because there just hasn't been that many of them. So kind of interesting to see Ames is bucking the trend like usual, just kind of out on an island. Limited inventory, high demand. So Ames continues to be one of the strongest markets around the metro. And then most of the other cities, we're seeing days on market tick up a little bit, but it's really been price point dependent and like how dialed in is the property. Is it newer? Is it moving ready? We're seeing a demand of that, which I would say matches with kind of what we're expecting to see this year in 2026, which is a trend towards 30-35% of the market being older, baby boomer generation, looking at retirement homes, single level living, cash buyer heavy buyers. And so that would say nationally, that's the trend that we're seeing. Locally, I'd say that's what we're too. We're having a harder time with 2 stories. We're having a harder time if the laundry's not on the main floor. So there's definitely a trend with those older cash heavy buyers wanting amenities on one floor, and it's being reflected in the market. So that is our update for February. I love to catch up with you guys if you have any questions about buying or selling here the next couple months, how we can get you best prepared to be in a great position to buy the home of your dreams. So have a great February. We'll talk to you soon, and happy Valentine's Day, everybody.